Hi friends, hope all of you are healthy and happy. In this module, we will be talking about palm, palm and the muscles, the nerve supply and few important points that you should know. So, see, this can come as your short note for first year MBBS students. It can come, the muscles of the palm, they can come as spotters. So, let's start. So, first, palmar, we have got different groups of muscles. We have got mainly 4 groups of muscles. First, just listen. So, can you see this area here just below the thumb? It is called as the thenar area, or we say it as a thenar eminence. So, ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് muscle ഉണ്ട്. It is called as, they are called as thenar muscles. Here, just below the thumb. Thenar muscles, ee bhagam. Okay. Then, just below the little finger, we have got this area which is called as the hypothenar muscles. This area of muscles are hypothenar muscles. Then we have got another set of muscles over here, okay, here, which are called as the lumbricals, and then we have got another set of muscles called as, again, we have another set of muscles here only called as the indrochai. So once more, in the palm we have got different sets of muscles. If we just learn the names of the muscles, we have got thenar muscles here, hypothenar muscles here, okay, and in this region, the ee bhagatha, നമുക്ക് lumbricals എന്ന് പറയുന്ന muscles ഉണ്ട്, ഫോട്ടോ ഞാൻ കാണിച്ചു തരാം. Then we have got another set of muscles again here only called as indrochai. So 4 groups of muscles, names you learned, right? So let's start with thenar muscles. Okay, ഇവിടെ muscles are thenar muscles. They are very important. You should be knowing the names of thenar muscles. So thenar muscles in the function endana? These muscles, whatever you are going to learn now, they help in the movement of the thumb. They help in the movement of the thumb. So one by one, just read the names of the thenar muscles. Abductor pollicis brevis, one muscle in the thenar group, it is called as abductor pollicis brevis. Abductor endana? This muscle helps in abduction of the thumb. What is abduction of the thumb? This abduction endana? If I am moving, see this, if I am taking this as a medial side of the this I am taking as the axis of the body. Any part which is near to the axis, any part which is near to me, I call it as a medial side. Okay. Any part which is away from the axis of the body. Suppose this is the axis of the body, like I am standing straight. So any part which is away from the body, that is called as lateral side. Okay. So body അടുത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സിനെ ഞാൻ ബോഡിയുടെ അടുത്തുള്ള സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സിനെ ഞാൻ മീഡിയൽ സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു, ദൂരെയുള്ള സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സിനെ ഞാൻ ലാറ്ററൽ സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, now see, we'll come back to thenar muscles. So the muscles here in the thenar group, it is not in order, okay. The first muscle, it is abductor pollicis brevis. ഞാൻ first muscle എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു order അല്ല, first, second, third, it's not an order, okay. You can say it in any way, okay. I have written abductor pollicis brevis first, okay. So abductor pollicis brevis, it helps in abduction of the thumb. Pollicis means what? Pollicis in artham endana? Thumb ennaanu artham. Brevis means it is a short muscle. Brevis in artham endha? Short. So it is a short muscle here related to the thumb which helps in abduction of the thumb. Okay, that is abductor pollicis brevis. Next is flexor pollicis brevis. Another thenar muscle is called as what, guys? Flexor pollicis brevis. Flexor means this muscle helps in flexion of the, once again, this muscle helps in flexion of the thumb. Pollicis means related to the thumb. Brevis means, again, it is a short muscle. Understood? So flexor pollicis brevis, it helps in flexion of the thumb. Another muscle in the thenar group, it is called as opponent's policies. What is it? Opponent's policies. What is opposition? What is the action? Opposition. Opposition means if I am bringing the tip of the thumb to the tip of other fingers, ഈ ഒരു ആക്ഷനെയാണ് ഞാൻ ഓപ്പോസിഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. മനസ്സിലായോ? അപ്പോൾ ഈ ആക്ഷൻ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് എന്നെ സഹായിക്കുന്നത് ഏത് തീനാർ മസിലാണ്? ഓപ്പണൻസ് പോളിസിസ്. വെരി ഗുഡ്, ഓപ്പണൻസ് പോളിസിസ്. Then one more muscle, deep muscle ആണ്. തീനാർ ഏരിയയിൽ ഒരു ഡീപ്പ് മസിൽ ഉണ്ട് called as adductor pollicis. This muscle helps in adduction of the thumb. Adduction means if I am bringing the thumb near to the other fingers. This action is called as adduction. So, this action help in the muscle perendana adductor pollicis. See, adductor pollicis, some books mention it under thenar muscle, some books mention it as a separate muscle of the thumb which helps in adduction. Okay. So, these three muscles, abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, opponens pollicis. These muscles, they are the main thenar muscles. മനസ്സിലായോ? അപ്പോൾ ഈ മസിൽസ് ആണ്, they form the bulge in this area. They form, there is നമുക്കൊരു മലയാളം മൂവി ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, I think that is in മണിച്ചിത്രത്താഴ്, where somebody, I don't know which movie is that, where they show the thumb and they ask, ഒന്ന് നോക്കിക്കേ, എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടോ? അതെനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മ. ഓക്കെ, so you learn the thenar muscles. So just take a break for 30 seconds and go through the thenar muscles. Before that, thenar muscles, they are supplied by which nerve? Important Viva question. Thenar muscles are supplied by the median nerve. This is your Neet PG question as well. Okay, but your exception under. This is another important question. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ എല്ലാ മസിൽസും they are supplied by the median nerve except adductor pollicis which is supplied by the ulnar nerve. So this is the important point in thenar muscles. You will know the names. Thenar muscles ne പറ്റി ചോദിച്ചാൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഈ names എഴുതും and you will write the actions of these muscles. Then you will write all these muscles are supplied by the median nerve except adductor pollicis which is supplied by the ulnar nerve. Okay, so just take 30 seconds break and go through the thenar muscles. Look here guys, look here. Okay, you can just go through this picture. Okay, this muscle here is the opponens pollicis, this muscle here is the abductor pollicis brevis, this muscle here, it is the flexor pollicis brevis. Okay, just go through it. Now let's move on to the next topic, that is hypothenar muscles. Hypothenar muscles. Look at your palm and you tell me where is your hypothenar muscles. Where is it? Hypothenar muscle means, hypothenar muscle means the muscles that come in this region. Okay, just below the little finger, this region, it is called as hypothenar muscles. So you can go through the names of hypothenar muscles, but thenar muscles is what you should learn for the exam. And see, let's go through it fast. Hypothenar muscles we have got. So hypothenar muscles, what is the function? The muscles here, they help in the movement of the little finger. Okay, so what are the muscles of the hypothenar group? Hypothenar muscles, we have got abductor digiti minimi. Abductor means one muscle here, it helps in abduction of the thumb. Means I am moving not the thumb, little finger. Abductor digiti minimi means this muscle helps in abduction of the little finger. Abduction endana? If I am moving the little finger away from the other fingers, adineyana njan abduction ennu paraya alle. So abductor digiti minimi, this muscle helps in abduction of the little finger. Digiti endana? Digiti means it is related to the fingers. Minimi means the smallest finger. See, they don't consider thumb as the finger, so they have taken little finger, this finger as the smallest finger. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു പേര് വന്നത്, abductor digiti minimi. That is the muscle which helps in abduction of the little finger. Next, one other muscle here in the hypothenar group, it is the flexor digiti minimi brevis. See, what is the function? Flexor means it helps in flexion of the little finger. Digiti means the finger. Minimi means it is related to the little finger. Brevis means it is a short muscle. Okay. Now, opponens digiti minimi. Opponens digiti minimi, this muscle here, okay, it helps in opposition, means for this action. Little finger name, thumb name. Okay, ഒരുമിച്ച് എനിക്കിങ്ങനെ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് because my opponent's digiti minimi of this hypothenar group is working well. Okay, so opponent's digiti minimi, it helps in opposition of the little finger. So all these muscles we discuss now, they form the hypothenar eminence. Now the one question they ask is, okay, one important point from hypothenar muscle, they ask you, these muscles, they are supplied by which nerve? Edu nerve ana? Ulnar nerve. This is a question they ask you. Hypothenar muscles, they are supplied by the ulnar nerve. Look here guys, look here, and see, this is a medial side, okay. In a medial side, it is the ulnar nerve. Lateral side, it is the median nerve. That is what you should remember. Medial side, medial side, this side, okay, it is the ulnar nerve. The lateral side, it is a median nerve. Okay. So hypothenar muscles, this is the information you should know about hypothenar muscles. Hypothenar muscles, they are supplied by the ulnar nerve. Very important. Okay, so just go through these hypothenar muscles. Look here. Okay, this is the abductor digiti minimi. This muscle here, it is a flexor digiti minimi brevis. And there is one more muscle. This is opponens digiti minimi. So at least know the names of hypothenar muscles. If that is difficult, at least know, just write. If they ask about hypothenar muscles, what will you write? You can write the names of these muscles. You should know the nerve supply, ulnar nerve. Now this is the very important topic under palm. So palmanatha, if you ask me one important point, a topic under palm that you should definitely read, that is lumbricals. What is it? Lumbricals. So lumbricals in artham enda? It means worm-like. So these muscles here, look here, lumbricals, they are another set of muscles on the palm. Okay, they are slender and worm-like. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് lumbricals എന്ന് പേര് വന്നത്. First point. Okay, when you have to write a short note about lumbricals, first point you will write that it is the intrinsic muscle of the palm. Intrinsic in artham, all these muscles what we discussed, they all are intrinsic muscles, meaning they start from the palm, they end in the palm. അതിനെയാണ് ഞാൻ intrinsic എന്ന് പറയാം. They start in the palm, they end in the palm. So lumbricals, it is an intrinsic muscle. There are 4 lumbricals in our palm. 4 lumbricals on that. You can see here, look here. First lumbrical, second lumbrical, third lumbrical, fourth lumbrical. Okay, they are small muscles in the palm. Now, first point, from where does this lumbricals originate? Origin of the lumbricals. You will say it originates from, it originates. Can you tell me what these are? And if highlight the structures and they are tendons. They are tendons of a muscle. Which muscle? So these, whatever I have highlighted here, these are tendons of flexor digitorum profundus. There is a muscle over here in the forearm called as flexor digitorum profundus. This muscle, the tendons are and black lines. So this muscle comes, okay, and then it moves as tendons, or it ends as tendons. Okay, so this flexor digitorum profundus, it is a muscle of the forearm. Okay, and I told you when the muscle is ending, it ends as tendon. It continues as a tendon. So E structures, they are tendons of the FDP, flexor digitorum profundus. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ടെൻഡൻസിൽ നിന്നാണ് lumbricals originate. These are the lumbricals. These are the lumbricals. So first point, origin of lumbricals, that is from the tendons of flexor digitorum profundus. Okay. Now, next point about lumbricals is, remember that I told you there are 4 lumbricals. Okay. നമുക്ക് ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനെ കൈ കാണിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, ഓക്കെ, ഈ രണ്ട് വശത്തത് lateral two lumbricals എന്ന് പറയും. Okay, let me just show it like this. Okay, ഈ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള രണ്ട് lumbricals lateral lumbricals എന്ന് പറയും. ഈ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള രണ്ട് lumbricalsനെ ഞാൻ medial lumbricals എന്ന് പറയും. Okay, so remember the medial two lumbricals, they are supplied by the ulnar nerve. The medial two lumbricals, write it down, very very important. Medial two lumbricals, they are supplied by the ulnar nerve. The lateral two lumbricals, they are supplied by the median nerve. This is very important. Now see again, ഈ തമ്പിന്റെ അടുത്തുള്ള lumbrical, I mark it as a first. See, thumb, it is a first digit. Okay, first digit, second digit, third digit, fourth digit, fifth digit. ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ അനാറ്റമിക്കലി ഫിംഗേഴ്സിനെ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Thumb is the first digit. അപ്പോൾ the first and the second lumbricals, the first and the look here, the first thumbന്റെ അടുത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന lumbrical, this one and this one. Okay, so we call it as the first lumbrical and the second lumbrical. They are unipennate. First and basically ഇവിടെയുള്ള രണ്ട് lumbricals, they are unipennate. അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താ? Unipennate means ടെൻഡന്റെ ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത് നിന്നാണ് ഈ മസിൽ ഫൈബേഴ്സ് അറൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് തേർഡ് ആൻഡ് ഫോർത്ത് lumbricals, ഇവിടെയുള്ള തേർഡ് ആൻഡ് ഫോർത്ത് lumbricals, they are bipennate. Third and fourth lumbricals are bipennate. അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം they are, see, രണ്ട് ഫൈബേഴ്സ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണാം, രണ്ട് രീതിയിലുള്ള ഫൈബേഴ്സ്. തേർഡ് ആൻഡ് ഫോർത്ത് lumbricals എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ, do they look like first and second? No. See, first and second, only from one side of the tendon the lumbrical muscle is arising. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ unipennate എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, but third and fourth, you can see these fibers, they arise from both sides of the tendon. കണ്ടോ, ഇവിടുന്ന് അറൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, ഇവിടുന്ന് അറൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. Third lumbrical. Fourth lumbrical, see, the muscle fibers arise from this tendon and this tendon. Okay, so third and fourth lumbricals, they are bipennate. Another viral question. First and second lumbricals unipennate, chota first and second, chota numbers, unipennate. Third and fourth, big numbers, bipennate. Okay, fine. Now origin evidence, the origin of lumbricals from the, this is very important, that's why I'm repeating, from the tendons of FDP. What is the nerve supply? Medial two lumbricals, ulnar nerve. Lateral two lumbricals, median nerve. Okay. Now, what is the function of lumbricals? What is the function of lumbricals? See, this is the function of lumbricals. It is, lumbricals, it helps in the flexion of the metacarpophalangeal joint. This joint is metacarpophalangeal joint. See, here we have metacarpals. And these small bones are phalanges. So the joints between the metacarpals and the phalanges, this joint is metacarpophalangeal joint. Okay, so this joint in the flexion the lumbricals. Okay, so the first function, it is the flexion of, first function of lumbricals, it is a flexion of metacarpophalangeal joint. And see, these joints and joints എന്താണ്? Interphalangeal joints എന്ന് പറയും. Between the phalanges ഉള്ള joints ആണ് interphalangeal joints. Okay, അപ്പോൾ lumbricals ന്റെ the next function is they help in extension of the interphalangeal joints. So basically lumbricals ന്റെ function ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ you will put your hand like this, okay, and then you will take your pen and you will write. What is it? Lumbricals function, It is a flexion of the metacarpophalangeal joint and extension of the interphalangeal joint. In your sleep also, if somebody asks you what is the function of lumbricals, you should be able to say this. Okay, that is that important. Okay, so function is over, nerve supply is over. Fine, so these are the important points of lumbricals. Don't forget about lumbricals. Okay, let me show you again, look here. Okay, look at this picture here. This is a muscle, flexor digitorum profundus. Okay, and this muscle continues as a tendon. ഈ ടെൻഡനിൽ നിന്നാണ് lumbricals are arising. Okay. Now the last group of muscles. See, the group, it's not in order. Okay, it's not like, the first muscle that you have to write in palm, that is the thenar, then it is the hypothenar. Anganalla, or a specific order lalla. You can write it in any order. Because in the class, I said the first group of muscle, it is thenar. So children were writing first group is hypothenar. It is not like that. You can write it in any sequence. Okay, you can write lumbricals first, we can write interosseous first. Just remember that there are sets of muscles in the palm. That is it. Okay. Now, the final group of muscles that we are going to learn in the palm, it is interosseous. Inter means between, ossei means bones. Okay. So, interosseous, the muscles between the bones, അതിനെയാണ് ഞാൻ interosseous എന്ന് പറയാം. So which bones? So we have the metacarpals here. Metacarpals ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ metacarpalsന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് നമുക്ക് we have got another group of muscle and that is called as interosseous. What is it? Interosseous. അപ്പോൾ we have got two groups of interosseous. Two groups. ഈ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള interosseousനെയാണ് ഞാൻ palmar interosseous എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഈ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള interosseousനെയാണ് ഞാൻ dorsal interosseous എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. This is the dorsum of the hand. ഈ ഭാഗത്തിനെയാണ് ഞാൻ dorsum of the hand എന്ന് പറയാം. Once again, interosseous. ഇവിടെയുള്ള interosseousനെ ഞാൻ palmar interosseous എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നു. ഇവിടെയുള്ള interosseousനെ ഞാൻ dorsal interosseous എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നു. Now, palmar interosseous, it helps in adduction of the digits. Okay? See, adduction of the digits എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, this is adduction means middle finger. This is a middle finger. ഈ മിഡിൽ ഫിംഗറിൻ്റെ അടുത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ബാക്കി ഫിംഗേഴ്സിനെ കൊണ്ടുവരുമ്പോൾ ഈ ഒരു ആക്ഷനെയാണ് ഞാൻ അഡക്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. വാട്ട് യു മീൻ ബൈ അഡക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ഫിംഗേഴ്സ്? മിഡിൽ ഫിംഗർ. ഈ മിഡിൽ ഫിംഗറിൻ്റെ അടുത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ ബാക്കി ഫിംഗേഴ്സിനെ കൊണ്ടുവരുമ്പോൾ ഇതിനെയാണ് ഞാൻ എന്ത് പറയുന്നത്? അഡക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ദി ഫിംഗേഴ്സ്. സോ എനിക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബിക്കോസ് മൈ palmar interosseous, they are working well. So palmar interosseous, they are 3 in number. Okay, look here. Okay, idana palmar interosseous, green color. Okay, this is palmar. See, these muscles are between the metacarpals. Okay, so the palmar interosseous, they help in adduction of the fingers. Padana njan pad. This is a code that helps you to remember. Pad is a code. See, P for palmar interosseous and AD for adduction of the fingers. This is a code on a pad. Now, we have dorsal interosseous. They are 4 in number. They help in abduction of the fingers. And abduction of the fingers, middle finger. If I am moving away from the middle finger, the rest of the fingers, if I am moving the rest of the fingers away from the middle finger, that is called as abduction. When you see the dorsal interosseous, they are working well. Okay. So that is a code that I have written here. Dorsal interosseous, they help in abduction of the digits. If you want, you can remember DAB. DAB means D for dorsal interosseous and AB for abduction of the fingers. So this is a dorsal. Idana dorsal interosseous. These muscles here. Okay. When you do the dissection, you can see dorsal interosseous. Now remember, both palmar interosseous and dorsal interosseous, both are supplied by which nerve? They are supplied by the ulnar nerve. They are supplied by the ulnar nerve. So these are the groups of muscles you should be remembering. You should be writing when question comes on palm. So this is a dissection and a cadaveric image. Okay, you can see that this is the ulnar nerve here. Just you see the pictures a few times, so that when exam comes, no, it'll be easy for you to identify that is it. Okay, so this is the ulnar nerve that you can see here, and this is the ulnar artery that you can see here. നിങ്ങൾ ഡിസെക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു ആർട്ടറിയും ഒരു നെർവും തമ്മിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഡിഫറൻഷിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? യു ടേക്ക് ബ്രേക്സ് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ. ഓക്കെ, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ലെങ്തി, I'm going to finish this class in 5 minutes. So always make sure that you take breaks after 10 to 12 minutes and then come back. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ ഡിസെക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ, ഒരു കഡാവർ ഡിസെക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ആർട്ടറി ആണോ അതോ നെർവ് ആണോ എന്ന് തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നത്? See, nerve, it will be cord-like or rubber band-like, cord-like ആയിരിക്കും. And you're not supposed to cut the nerve or artery, but in case, suppose if it is cut, nerve-ന് lumen ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. Nerve-ന് lumen ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, പക്ഷേ artery you can see the lumen because blood flows through it, അല്ലേ? So artery you can see the lumen, that space inside. Also, നിങ്ങൾ തൊട്ട് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ആർട്ടറി ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് കൊലാപ്സിബിൾ. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് യു ക്യാൻ ഫീൽ ദ ഫിംഗേഴ്സ് പ്രസ്സിങ് ഓൺ ഈച്ച് അതർ. ദാറ്റ് നെർവ്സ് കൊലാപ്സ് ചെയ്യത്തില്ല. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ല, ഇതൊരു കോഡ് ലൈക്ക് സ്ട്രക്ചറാണ് നെർവ്സ്. നമുക്ക് കംപ്രസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും ആർട്ടറീനെ, ബിക്കോസ് ദർ ഇസ് എ ലൂമൻ ഇൻസൈഡ്. നെർവിനെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കംപ്രസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റില്ല. So okay, that is it guys. I think I have, look here, another picture. Okay, this is the palmar introstate. Okay, and this picture here, it is a dorsal introstate. So that is it. Okay, I'll see you all in the next class. So in the palm, very important spotter topic endana, lumbricals. They ask you about lumbricals. They can tie the ulnar nerve and ask you to identify. These two are very important in palm. So I'll see you all in the next class. Stay healthy, stay happy.